see how public policy or how public reaction is going to be to this. So yes, I'm hoping that these people will convince you to at least maybe set up a workshop, open up some kind of dialogue between us and you guys regarding the NDA. But regarding that, there's a problem, and the problem is this. The problem is that, thank you very much for the Honorable Commissioner Penoso, who actually gave me this resolution regarding the Emergency Management Performance Grant, because without handing me this, I would have done the research and looked into it. And my first question of you is, how many of you commissioners, especially within the administrative committee, have actually read the Presidential Policy Directive number 8? I mean,
just looked it up on Google and
you just looked it up.
Yeah,
but to my, okay, so you actually haven't read. Have any of you read the 26-page CRS that's associated with PPD number 8? No. Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, it's kind of funny. It's embarrassing for me to do this because I don't want to put you on the spot. But the bottom line is, it's like saying I read the terms and conditions of accepting this federal grant. And if you guys didn't read this, and apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a reauthorization of the existing. Is that correct? Is this a re-auth of it? Okay, well, I'm sorry, but that was the important question. The point that I want to make here, and I try to be cordial. You guys have not read the associated policies that you voted for, probably in a block resolution, but because somebody said there's 50 grand for you from the federal government. Yeah. But in all reality, all the president has to say is say he needs some kind of preventative measure within the county, and he can take over everything. Like I told you, you guys mean nothing because you waived all that. Because for that contract rule, there's 3 elements in a contract: offer, acceptance, consideration. You filled all those obligations by accepting for these federal grants. You're taking these grants. Thank you much.
I believe this HSPD-8 came out in 2003, and this is just a continuation. And this is the first time I've heard any complaints about what former president had implemented. And because of 911 and we're between 2 nuclear plants, you know, I was with FEMA the other day and heard a presentation and a justification of the concerns. And I don't see it personally as the federal government. I pay taxes, so they're in my business every day. So, I mean, if I could get away with certain things, I think I would. And to ditto for Commissioner Yarborough, I empathize with what people are saying, complaining about rights. And I've been in this country all my life and still don't have voting rights. And every few years, Congress has to agree to allow the only culture to vote. So I empathize with some of the things it's saying, but ditto, I mean, because, but I don't complain. I'm so glad to still be a citizen of the United States of America. I'm so glad and proud to be a citizen and a resident of Berrien County. I feel very protected, and some of it because of the laws that is put in place. I don't like putting my seatbelt on, but I do it because I think it's for my own protection. I think the laws have been put in place for protection. Do I agree with every dot and tittle? Do I have time to read everything as meticulous as some people have time? No. HSPD-8 has been here since 2003 under the former president, and there's very, very few changes that this particular president has put in place. So I do empathize, and we do the best I think that we can do. And this is just an application. This is not saying we'll even be given it. With Palisades and Cook Nuclear Plant and all the things that happen, we're not exempt from a disaster. And we have a very, very comprehensive plan that will be talked about today from LEPC to show that the concerns are justifiable. There's a lot that you don't know that could happen, and the possibilities. Our infrastructure is very seriously when this can just go out and we can be left without. We need something in place. It's called a contingency plan, and it's called prevention. I believe in prevention. I don't believe in reaction. So that, to me, that's fine. You had your say. And allow me to be able to say what I'm saying right now. I don't say that I disagree, I empathize, because there's some things that I'm just used to as being a United States citizen, so I do empathize.
Sure.
Anyone else from the public? I believe with that comment, you can leave the room. Words are hard to harm.
Let's keep arguing.